Dire team ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, whether or not, we're coming at you with the GEST challenge. This is the lower bracket finals between LGD International and MUFC. This is a Beyond the Summit presentation. I am Luminous, and joining me alongside is Gods from BTS. Gods, it's pretty early for us, but we got an exciting best of 3 on our hands.
Yeah, it's nice and early in the morning here. I've just woken up, so I should be eating my breakfast or something, but we've got ourselves, well, a tasty treat here with LGD International up against MUFC in the GST challenge. And thanks for tuning in at this early morning hour, although I imagine for a lot of you it's a much more pleasant time than 3 o'clock in the morning.
Shout out to those Australians, because whenever we broadcast, they're here as a horde watching. And of course, shout out to everybody else that's watching there as well. LGD Gaming on the Radiant side with the first pick and first ban. Templar Assassin, Keeper of Light is banned out. And they're going to open it up with the Magnus pickup. I have never seen them put Magnus anywhere else but mid. So G most likely will be playing that hero.
Yeah, I would say with 95, probably like 99% certainty it's going to be in the mid lane for G. They don't really run it in the offlane, it just doesn't fit their style, and it doesn't really fit in something like a tri lane as well, so almost definitely going in the mid lane. Invasion, MUFC, Armageddon, they've got one of the most ridiculous tags ever. They're over on the Dire side, they've got themselves 2 picks, probably going to pick up one of their 2 supports, either the Shadow Demon or Rubik, maybe lean towards the Rubik based on the mag pick. There's a lot of justification in picking Rubik there when you can steal an RP, turn the fight around with that stolen RP, if you play it well. And then along with that, maybe look to start picking out one of their solos. They ran Enigma to sort of, that was their one in their first 2 picks yesterday when when Orange picked up the mag. So maybe we see them go back for the Enigma here. One of the few teams who really prioritizes it highly.
Well, they're going to open up with the Shadow Demon and pick the Darkseer instead. So that's something that's surprising to me. You talked about the Rubik. I think he's a great, not such as a counter to Magnus, but definitely a good hero to have on your team when the Magnus is on the other side. Not only are you stealing the RP, sometimes when the Magnus skewer is in, you grab him with that instant cast telekinesis if you have the Rubik on your side. But for now, they're going to opt with Shadow Demon, which generally is a very good hero if you're a little bit afraid of single target initiation, or if you're going to be playing a Lifestealer. But for now, Lone Druid is going to be on the other side and Lifestealer. So I feel like Lone Druid and Lifestealer adds so much more HP to LG Gaming side that it's going to be very, very difficult for Invasion Gaming to get any kills. With that said, MUFC could pick up a Lina and suddenly everything changes, because Shadow Demon, Disruption, Soul Catcher, and a Laguna made short work of a lot of tanky carries yesterday and the day before in the GST challenge.
Yeah, even here's like Lifestealer, if his Rage is on Clone, will get brought down very, very fast. I think maybe more likely they go for just their carry hero here. They probably want to pick something up before it gets banned out. If they want to go for that strong 5-man Death Ball army of their own, they get something like a Luna and start preparing for an early to mid-game push before the Lone Druid gets too farmed, before Lifestealer gets too farmed, and before maybe Mag even has a Blink Dagger up. But LGD, with these 2 picks, they can essentially look to dominate all 3 lanes. Mag at the mid lane, not really the lane they dominate, but at least the lane they can trade farm for farm. Lone Druid in that safe lane as a solo, he wins almost any 1v1 matchup. And then you've got the Lifestealer tri-lane, which they probably will go offensive with here. I imagine we see MUFC banning out the sort of the Chen Enchantress junglers, but if we see that offensive tri-lane, it has the potential to just snowball LGD and out of control, winning at least 2 of the lanes, maybe even all 3.
Great ban here from the Void here. Gonna shut down, Void Chronoster is gonna shut down basically all of these melee heroes, including that Spirit Bear. So Weaver's gonna get banned out as well. It does match up Lifestealer fairly decently, and of course on the other side, MUFC banning out those supports, banning out those jungler particularly, as Misery does run that offense quite a bit.
Yeah, apparently I'm a little bit quieter than you. I don't know if that's something you can quite easily fix on your end, but just letting you know.
I could easily fix that on my end.
Sweet.
I hopefully have fixed that already.
Well, there's a Chen and Enchantress ban, so both junglers get banned up by MUFC. They realize LGD do not have a single support right now. And, well, as far as supports go, they love to run those junglers for Misery. As for LGD, they're going to ban out the carries, because right now we don't have any hero for Hon Trash player, unless we look towards him playing that safe lane Queen of Pain, which they've done once yesterday in the GST challenge, or the day before, I think it was on day 1. So it's definitely a possibility for them to do here, but I think more likely LGD are going to be worried about some of those potential carries, the Void, Weaver, maybe we see something like a Luna even being banned out with this final ban.
Yeah, in terms of the matchup between Magnus and Queen of Pain, you might imagine that Queen of Pain has the advantage, and she does, but she's not going to win the lane flat out. And between the bottle crawling, which is very, very popular in LGD Gaming's playstyle, Magnus will get his farm, he will get his Arcane and Blink, and it's going to be up to Queen of Pain to disrupt just about everybody else by getting a quick Orchid. And I just don't see her winning the lane that hard to accelerate that quickly. She is a snowball hero, but it's difficult to snowball against Magnus. So I don't like the pickup here, but let's see what MUFC's got up their sleeves.
Yeah, MUFC, I think they really just love to prioritize winning the first 5-10 minutes of the game, and Queen of Pain in the laning stage can really help to do that. Kunkka actually gets last banned here, so I guess they saw the Kunkka pick yesterday, and it's also something that, I don't know if you watched the Cupid Pandas games, their first games, the 2 they won, they did so with a Shadow Demon Kunkka.
It's definitely a very, very powerful combo, but maybe LG Gaming did not see the part where all the bolts miss. But aside from that, we're not going to see a Kunkka this game here. Leshrakt's going to be the pickup, so this is going to give him so much more pushing power. Let's not forget about the burst power of Leshrakt yesterday being picked twice against Templar Assassin to shred him apart. But when you're heroes like Darkseer and Queen of Pain, you kind of prioritize moving around. Pulse Nova says, no matter where you are, if you're near me, I am going to burn you up. Of course, this is the support Leshrakt, so you can't expect too much from it, but the damage output is still very, very respectable.
Yeah, it's why it's just such a viable support hero in any game because of the damage output. Not to mention, as a support hero, who if you go the Edict build, you can take down towers. If you go the Lightning Storm instead, you've got some really reliable damage output. So it's an all-around, very versatile support pick here. It can combine well with the Lifesteal. You're pretty much guaranteed the stun to land, with the open wounds to lead things off. So we'll see one more support being picked up for that tri-lane, most likely for LGD International. There's enough there that they to play around with. They're not going to be able to grab up one of their 2 junglers, but there's enough, I think, that they can get themselves a strong tri-lane if they want to go take on MUFC head-to-head at that top lane.
Yeah, so speaking of tri-lane, what do you think the carry hero for MUFC is right now? Well, it seems to be a Night Stalker, so suddenly...
It looks like Queen of Pain safe lane, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, the laning here is going to get a little bit awkward. If you tri-lane Darkseer, that is a possibility, although most likely Darkseer is going to go solo. Tri-lane Night Stalker is a thing as well, but it's not exactly too powerful as that hero needs level 5, I say, before Nightfall. I'm not sure whether he will find it in the tri-lane, unless they get multiple kills. I think he's an okay hero in terms of fearing, let's say, Magnus or Leshrakt in a team fight, but he doesn't do well against Lone Druid Bearer, nor does it do particularly well against Lifestealer. So if the enemy team has something like a very insane blinker, like a Queen of Pain or a Weaver that you need the silence for, then I like the pick. But in this particular instance, I'm not sure whether I could get behind that one.
I'm okay. I think the idea here is they wanted some mid who can sort of just look to give them a really strong early to mid game start. I mentioned the Queen of Pain most likely going safe lane because this is what they did just a couple of days ago. They had Hon Trash player playing a sort of safe lane farming Queen of Pain. Darkseer can go in the off lane, and essentially they're not going to be running a hard carry of their own. They're just going to be looking to dominate the early to mid game and just sort of start snowballing out of control. And Queen of Pain can transition into sort of a semi carry or even a bit of a hard carry if you go sort of those DPS type items, something which Mushi is known for doing here. But it'll be Hon Trash player on that if they do that. And I think part of the idea is they're expecting an offensive tri lane, so they want to have a strong enough tri-lane of their own, and Queen of Pain in a tri-lane versus tri-lane doesn't do all too bad. You can sit back, you've got the ranged attack up against a Lifestealer, and then you basically have the blink to escape from a Lifestealer initiation. So I think all in all, if it's Shadow Demon Queen of Pain with another stunner like a Lina here, you can make a really strong tri-lane, which LG International have to think twice about going offensive against.
Definitely. With that said, also Night Stalker does provide very valuable silence if you could get it off against Lifestealer before. And LGD Gaming is going to go back to their Gyrocopter, which they had huge success yesterday with Misery getting insanely large after getting some insane kills early on. And we're going to see that again today here with a tri-lane Lifestealer with the Gyrocopter. His damage output absolutely ridiculous, especially against melee heroes such as Darkseer, such as Night Stalker. Generally, I'm very, very happy as a Darkseer going up against just about any tri-lane, but against a Gyrocopter, you're always afraid that Rocket Barrage will basically clean house, and it kills you so quickly, it's not even funny.
Yeah, that game just snowballed right out of control from the start when they ran it yesterday. They got a triple kill, and then suddenly things just got nearly unwinnable. MUFC last picked themselves a bounty hunter here.
What in the world are we watching?
I'm guessing, oh god, Darkseer goes into the jungle at this point, and we're going to see Bounty Hunter in the off-lane, but I don't think Bounty Hunter does all too well against a Lone Druid if that's going to be a 1v1 matchup. I don't think it's something which MUFC will have much luck with, so maybe they're looking to do I don't know. They can't really send. I guess they send Darkseer offlane if they don't want that matchup. But even then, where does Bounty Hunter go? I don't think there's any option except to send Bounty Hunter to the offlane unless it's sort of a farming Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, Bounty Hunter loses about every single lane that he could be possibly. He loses his jungle as well for anybody that's even thinking about that option. But the Chinese have really figured out how to shut down Bounty Hunter early on. And if you do shut down that hero early on, he doesn't actually do anything. Underlevel Bounty Hunter sure could get off a track or two in a team fight, but that's it. He doesn't contribute anything else. He doesn't right-click hard. Shuriken toss is sort of a joke, as even like a nuke in a sense. So I think MUFC has picked a ultra greedy lineup, which you can get away with certain instances, but not against LGD International with their offensive tri-lane. They will shut you down quick and hard, and well, we'll see if we're correct on that.
Yeah, well, we'll see exactly what they look to do here. It is going to be G playing the mag, so almost without a doubt it will be him heading towards that mid lane, unless we see some complete out of left field solo mid lane Druid from LGD International, but unlikely to be the case here. Looks like they are just going to quickly pause here. Hopefully not too many server issues today like we had on day 1 with the Singapore servers. But day 3 now, we've got ourselves our loser bracket final here. LGD International against MUFC. This is a best of 3. Then directly after this, guys, we have got our best of 5 grand finals between the winner of this match and Orange Esports. Orange will start up with a 1-game advantage because they won the winner bracket. So whoever wins this match is going to be playing from behind from the start. But both teams have, well, actually MUFC has beaten Orange in the recent past, but LGD International are looking sort of for some revenge after their 2-0 defeat in the first round. Yeah,
we'll talk about that series after this one ends, but Orange already sitting, guaranteeing themselves $500. Same situation here. Whoever wins this series will guarantee themselves $500. But for now, both teams looking to walk into their lanes. Let's quickly check if there's any interesting item purchased so far. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Looks like our Solomon players, very standard from MUFC, not going for any regen early on, just rushing for that quick bottle. So FCFC gonna be claiming that mid, and TFG gonna be handling that Bounty Hunter. We do have Winter running ahead here with the Shadow Demon. Trailing behind is Queen of Pain on Hontrash player and Wang Wang on the Darkseer.
Yeah, over for the LGD International side, it will be Brax playing the lifesteal, 1437 on Leshrac, Misery on Gyrocopter. They're going for that sort of semi-offensive tri-lane, and it'll be interesting to see how they match up here. What exactly are they going to be up against? It looks like FCFC is going to be playing in the mid lane with that 3-branch build, so he'll be in that 1v1 matchup, and Lone Druid's at mid. We completely got it wrong. It is going to be Pycat in the mid lane. Mag's going to be playing as a safe lane solo, most likely against the Bounty Hunter, so they went for a bit of a lane switch here. I think they prefer this Lone Druid mid against the Night Stalker, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, either case, Lone Druid beats whoever that he's going to be facing up against here. And to be honest, Magnus won't have a matchup between Night Stalker or Queen of Pain or even Bounty Hunter. So for the most part, LGD is going to be even, if not winning those two, a solo versus solo matchup. And they're going to just totally decimate the tri-lane versus tri-lane matchup. They're going to start by harassing Hontrash player. They're going to force out a Blink. That Blink does have a very long cooldown. There's an open wound being dropped. And that's going to force Wang Wang to get Surge at level 1. And that's going to be very, very awkward for that jungling pattern. You cannot jungle with Surge. At least not that I know of, with Surge at 1.
The only thing you can maybe do is look to use pulls to get a fast level 2 here, but that's still not going to be the easiest thing to potentially do. He's still hovering around that small camp, so we'll have to see if he can actually get that small pull off. But right now, tri-lane versus, well, dual lane at top. So this is going to be a hard lane for this Darkseer, well, for the Darkseer in the jungle, and a hard lane for Queen of Pain as well as the Shadow Demon to do a whole lot. And I guess they're just going to be looking to play very safe defensive, use these pull camps as much as possible to deny XP from LGD International.
Wang Wang just lost about half of his HP off a single rocket barrage. That's exactly what I mean about this insane damage output. And again, he's going to try to pull, but not with Misery have anything to say about it. Now Misery knows he has a Surge at 1. It's going to be very, very difficult for them fighting too. They're going to challenge pulls quite easily. The Shrek should be rotating around. Nice last hit steal here from Misery. And this, as you expect, the tri-lane very in the favor of LGD.int.
Yeah, and not really a whole lot that MUFC can do with this composition here. They don't even have Iron Shell for some harass, and then you've got the other two lanes, like you mentioned, the two solos, potentially going the way of LGD International as well. I think the one at bottom lane is probably a bit more even. They can look to trade farm quite a bit there, but top lane, more harass coming out. This is actually not the best trade for LGD International. Both Gyrocopter as well as Leshrac, the two supports, take a bit more damage than they would have hoped for there.
Yeah, but I think ultimately it's fine here. Brax is getting every single last hit in the lane, and of course, they're denying a lot of pulling EXP for the support of the Shadow Demon. Queen of Pain's basically in a 1v3 situation, and sure, she won't really die, but I'm not sure how much farm she's going to get. And one thing I keep kind of repeating about Queen of Pain is that she doesn't do much unless you get ultra in terms of level and items. And I don't think she's gonna get that in this lane.
No, it doesn't look like it, and there's not really much potential for ganks to come in, at least not yet. Maybe once Darkseid hits around the level 4 mark, we can see an initiation, but those initiations will just get turned around so easily. Lifestealer can rage off any magic damage, and they're actually going to look to just harass Hon Trash Play here, force out a blink here. Edict as well as Rocket Barrage both getting used, and those two spells at level 1 are probably some of the highest single target damage output spells in the game, if not the two best.
It's absolutely insane here. Now they're going to be running low in terms of regenerative, but no big deal, because let's sweet Wang Wang. How's he at? He's still looking at level 1.5, trying to last at that Centaur. Once he gets that camp finished, he will have level 2. But the Blink's forced out once again here on Hon Trash Pro. These guys, oh, they're going to be chasing in. Do we have Splitter? There is no Splitter just yet here. Misery gets semi-juked by Winter, but Winter, very, very slow MS. And if Brax catches up with the... 1437 in big trouble as well. Brax going to try it out, and where's the Splitter? If it's going to hit on Hon Trash Player. Hon Trash Player, can he get the Blink out? He does. He will survive barely, and they need to pass him a salve on 1437.
And further over on the right, Misery was chasing down Winter. Misery actually has an extra 20 movement speed, so would have caught up with another Rocket Barrage, but a Surge came out from the Darkseid, so the level 1 Surge saved Winter's life a bit further over to the right. And really, I mean, somewhat scrappy top lane start, but that's kind of what you'd expect out of this MUFC side when you have a Darkseid with Surge, a Queen of Pain with Blink. They're just looking to sort of basically try force LG International to use up HP and mana on initiations where they're not getting kills, not really achieving a whole lot. And LG International, well, Gyrocopter's almost out of mana. They've used up quite a bit of regen and clarity, so I think this start actually is okay for MUFC. Only downside is they're not getting too much levels and farm on heroes like Darkseid in the jungle here.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better than I expected. I expected at least multiple kill happening on the top lane here, and again, Misery spiraling out of control. But for now, yeah, a lot of mana being wasted down the drain if you're for LGD. Both teams kind of out attritioning each other. I would like to see a Ring of Basilius on both sides, because that will help the engagement quite a bit. But for now, Queen of Pain happily lasting away, got booted of speed, and she's mostly going to be fine. Wang Wang level 2 finally, and he could start jungling. Unfortunately, don't have any regenerative. The courier is going to be flying in here with some of that. And for the most part, LGD Gaming not having the big lead. Back in the mid lane though, FC taking a lot of harass. He's looking for that bottle. Can we get some entangling hacks? Not yet. Not just yet, but the Orb of Venom is just doing so much, just no entangle. Very, very lucky break for FZFZ.
Yeah, that was close. Pycat was going all in for that one, hoping he'd just get one on the... Either of those two gets an entangle. It's a dead FCFC. He gets his ball, immediately sends it back to refill, but he's not getting last hits except when he's using Void, it seems. So he's going to start harassing Pycat with it at the mid lane, but top lane, they're looking once again for Hon Trash Play. Just trying to try force out a blink here. Doesn't even pop the Rocket Barrages. I think he realized that his mana at this point is very, very precious. He's only got enough for 2 Rocket Barrages right now.
Yeah, I suspect that the solo lanes are being dominated here by LGD. 28 last hit here on the Lone Druid, 25 on the bot lane, 40 Magnus, and this is not going to get any better. First blood happening on the top lane.
Bottom lane.
Ooh, sorry for missing that completely. I did not expect solo kills on these side lanes, but it definitely can be.
I caught the end of it, and it was just... Bounty Hunter was just sitting back. He had enough HP to survive a Shockwave, but Mag just walks up to him, gets one right click, and follows up with a Shockwave as Bounty Hunter goes invis, and... It was just a bit of a misplay coming out of Bounty Hunter there.
And that's going to put him up to a quick Arcane Boot, so we're not far off from a Blink Dagger. Once that's going to happen, how will MUFC take those team fights? I don't think they can.
Yeah, it gets really difficult. Mag already level 6 as well, so we'll be seeing him just continue to dominate bottom lane. Bounty Hunter can't really go back there when you've got Arcane Boots on Mag who can throw level 4 Shockwaves at you. Unless you've got Tranquil Boots out right away, he's gone for a bottle himself, so he's got some HP regen, but... Oh, Winter. He needs to be careful here at top.
Ooh, Splitter barely missing that level 2 Splitter. Generally, you don't see that spell being leveled up here. Here comes TFG trying to go right on Misery. Misery tracked up. Can they get a disruption? They will. Hon Trash Player as well as Night Stalker comes in. They will get that kill. And that's actually a huge kill. It's a level 6 track bounty kill. And there was 4 hero nearby. So that's 200 gold extra being made up. And that's going to help out quite a bit.
Well. They're still chasing here. FCFC leading the charge on him. He's tracked up, but... I think he quickly realizes one entangle under the tower, and that can easily be turned around, entangle into a split earth, so they're not going to chase or commit for it.
Again, as greedy of a lineup here for MUFC, they're actually getting away with quite a bit. They're losing every single lane, but Track hopefully will bring them back, especially when you get 3 or 4 man surrounds like that. TFG not even going to go back to the lane. He knows where the Shrek is. He knows they could dive it fairly easily. If the entangle is not there, Pycat doesn't actually put up too much damage.
Yeah, he's not really a high DPS here at this point, and with this rotation coming in from the Bounty Hunter, they're looking to make some more kills happen. The 2 supports, they need to try to find an opening, and FCFC is going to be the one leading the way here. There is backup from 1437. He's sitting, camping behind them. Wondering if Bounty Hunter's actually seen the Leshrac there waiting.
Ooh, I heard a surge coming back, so it looks like Wang Wang's going to just go back to jungle, back in top lane. Trash player, again, being forced off lane. There's that Ring of Poseidon, but perhaps a little bit too late as most of the supports have left the lane, if you will. Back in the mid lane, Pycat still farming very, very happily. Bounty Hunter spending a lot of time in that jungle, kind of looking for 1437.
Yeah, MUFC just don't feel very efficient right now with their movements. They've got Shadow Demon camping. I mean, Shadow Demon camping behind Night Stalker is one thing, but they have Bounty Hunter who's looking around, trying to make something happen. He's going to swing top. It looks like he's cutting through some trees here. He's going to swing all the way towards top lane, try to avoid the river so he doesn't get scouted out, and maybe we can look for a kill on this Gyrocopter with the Queen of Pain, who, yeah, is level 6 now. So I think deciding with this Queen of Pain level 6, they can try find some kills.
And more importantly, having the mana dump everything. You see the Shadow Demon rotation there as well. Forcing a blink, that's not going to be good here in terms of a mana and that big cooldown. So probably going to wait for a couple of seconds. But as I say that, their Sentry Ward is completely prepared, so they will see TFG coming in. And I don't think, yeah, they know Misery pinging that one out. So I think the gank is up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to be getting, or at least not this kill right now. Bounty Hunter is still just sitting around, not really doing a whole lot. And this is, it's the right move as Bounty Hunter. Get level 6 and try to find some kills, but you've got to find those kills to justify the pick. And this is why we don't see a whole lot of Bounty Hunter picks very often, because teams have just sort of gotten used to how the hero moves around the map and have prevented him from getting that snowball effect going with the track gold.
Yeah, aside from getting that one track kill, so far he has done absolutely nothing to impact this game. Of course, Magnus is free farming on the bot lane, and speaking of that free farm, 1,000 gold in the bank, so about 3 or 4 more creep waves, and he is going to have that Blink Dagger. Back in the mid lane here, Pycat unharassed with that farm. Triangle Boot's up, Face Boot is up, Orb of Venom's up, and Night Stalker can't even go in the lane at this point. But as I say that, TFG is going to be moving in against Brax. Brax could just rage and walk away, but let's see if he will be able to do so. There's that rage, he's walking, but here comes the track. Right click come in, that's going to apply the slow. Teleportation is going to come in from the Magnus. They are going to get the kill regardless. How much will they be punished? There's a big RP. Skewer backwards here. Tower doing some work. A Shockwave should finish it, but Bounty Hunter will happily trade that kill. I think Brax overestimated his survivability.
Yeah, he went in a bit too far. I think he just didn't really realize quite how many heroes were there. And Mag, wow, flat cannon and a Shockwave. They bring down the Queen of Pain. Hon Trash player. Oh dear.
That was just a plain old mistake.
Yeah, it was not good. And right now, the big issue here for MUFC is they're just not farming well. Looking at the CS charts across between the two teams, top 3 CS is all on the Radiant side, and the highest on the Dire side, MUFC, is Darkseer at 35. But how many of those are going to be small neutral camps? So his CS is somewhat inflated. Only Night Stalker at mid with 27 CS is probably the most farmed hero for this in MUFC side, and he's so far behind anyone on this Radiant team at the top 3. Mag with 60 right now.
They want 1437 on the bot lane. Here comes a hit. Here comes a track. Queen of Pain comes in, and they even blow an ultimate on that. I don't think they need to do so, because that thing has a long cooldown early on, and they need every bit of damage they could get to kill these very, very tanky heroes, such as Lifestealer, such as Magnus, as well as the Lone Druid. But for now, they would not have it for about 140 seconds. FSCFC does find himself a haste rune, and they can make some big plays with that haste. But, again, these guys are so tank.
Yeah,
I don't think you could dive them.
Lone Druid Sword getting picked up as well, so they kind of either predict that a gank may be coming in at mid lane on Pycat, or they're going to be looking to camp bottom lane for someone to TP in and kill them off right away. So we probably won't see a TP in until there's 2-3 heroes for LGD International bottom lane ready. Mag's heading down there. He's got RP up in about 25 seconds, so I think that's kind of what they're waiting for. TFG, he's trying to find someone to get tracks up. He'll realize there's no one actually here, and with this, I think MUFC look to start pressuring this tower, but Mag coming in will be ready to look to turn this fight around.
Yeah, they're pinging to go for a tower push on the bot lane, but with 2 heroes coming in, they should be able to defend that with relative ease. Blink Dagger is up like you talked about, and here we go. This push could be really bad. A Blink RP under tower, but there's a haste. FC's going to get silenced. Are they going to be diving? There's a teleportation scroll, and that's Q for G to go. He sees Wang Wang. There's a big RP. We're going to skewer him back where Brax. All Spliff is going to miss, and Vacuum pushing them back, and that's going to be a kill regardless. Are they going to dive in, though, without the backup of the RP? They see Leshrac. They want Leshrac. 1437 making it for the trees. Smurf, that's going to hit on TFG. Still juking it like a boss. Eventually will go down. Can they make TFG pay? That's a question. Yeah, no dust even necessary. They see FCFC running away still with the haste and during nighttime. That's an okay trade, I want to say. But still at the end of the day...
FC as well. He's only got 2 points in the Hunter. Entangle. No, there's a skewer. There's going to bring him down as well. The haste room wore off, and... well, that ends up not being the best trade for MUFC with Night Stalker going down as well.
during nighttime, I have to add, and that's a big loss here for the Dire team. And of course, despite 1437 dying, he's actually hitting those levels pretty nicely. Gonna be hitting level 6 right in the mid lane. Misery, let's check out how he's doing. He's got level 7 as supports. They are gonna run into a couple, where's the vacuum backwards? He's actually giving Wang Wang all the damage that he can provide. Wang Wang's gonna juke upwards. Misery in a little bit of trouble as well. Big splurf's gonna hit. Looks like TFG's gonna find himself a kill. Not tracked up because it was on cooldown. They want 1437 again. Oh, Queen of Pain, wish she has her ultimate right now. No, she does already have it. She could blink to the low ground, and there's a scream. One more right hit should do it. Got 4 charges on the magic wand. Is she gonna be fine? No, one hit in tango. Can she blink out with the magic wand? She has the wand. Didn't use it or did too late. Whatever the case was.
I think blink just came off cooldown. He was just about to use it, but it didn't come up in time. But Pycat needs to be careful now. It's getting turned around on him at mid lane. Luckily, it is daytime, so Night Stalker, there's no real chasing going on right now. And LG International, they're giving away a track kill here and there, but they're always getting something better in return, it feels like. They're getting kills on Queen of Pain, kills on Night Stalkers, kills on these key MUFC heroes. And where do MUFC go late game? They're not really building towards a late game carry at this point. They're just trying to snowball using track gold, but they're not finding favorable trades, which is what you've got to do when you've got the bounty hunter.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the gold graph right now, sure, they're down on Tower MUFC, but they're down 5,000 gold. All of this coming from just superior farming from those solo lane, as well as from Brax, as well as multiple kills. Winter trying to get that level 6 on the top lane. He really, really needs it against the Lifestealer. But back in the mid lane, they are just under siege. And when you have heroes like Queen of Pain, Night Stalker, they just don't defend towers that well. And that tower is going to get forfeited easily.
Yeah, this is Queen of Pain, Night Stalker, Bounty Hunter, shortcut. He can't go into sort of a 4 or 5 man push at all. This is where this hero is really limiting what he can do, and LGD International, they're going to keep on pushing. They want the tier 2 as well now. On Trash Plays nearby, he has got his ultimate up, but where does the engagement come from? It's going to be maybe a Darkseer, but Darkseer just level 7. Hasn't finished off his mech here, and this could be an uncontested tier 2 tower.
Yeah, it's starting to look like it, but here comes the Night Stalker. It's going to charge right in. Blink Dagger's up, 1437. They want him dead. Can they get him? Yes, they do, but TFG is going to pay the ultimate price. Night Stalker running back and forth. He wants Pycat, but look at how tanky he is. G's going to come in. Where is the RP? He's going to get silenced. Big Sonic Wave. They're going to get the Lone Druid as well. Pretty good start of team fight. Wang Wang providing that chase. Iron Shell is going to go right on G. Skewer backwards. RP on 2. And Brax providing the right-click Misery to seal the deal as well. Wang Wang will have Surge in a couple seconds. 2-1. He should make it out just fine. But at the end of the day, that was a 3-for-2 trade. Oh, the rocket's gonna hit on Wang Wang. Nope. He jukes. He runs. He's gonna be fine. And it looks like TFG's gonna make it out there alive. But at the end of the day, that was a 2-for-3 trade with the tower going down. Sure, the Dire got some track kills, but overall, it's MUFC losing out in terms of gold.
Yeah, and one of those kills is always just going to be on the squishy supports. The only real important kill they get is the kill on the Lone Druid, but at this point, it's LG International getting further and further ahead. They're going to get tier 1 tower at top with all their space they've got. TFG's lurking around behind these heroes, probably looking for another kill on 1437. He seems to be the one hero that MUFC can kill pretty reliably with that track, and maybe that's it. It looks like we're going to see that happen again. Hontrash plays there, track to lead things off, Scream, and well, 1437, this is unfortunate for him, but I don't think it matters enough right now for LG International.
Well, TFG looks like he's going to try to run away. Any detection? Nothing just yet here. Here comes G. That Blink Dagger is still going to be big. Skewer. Oh! Nice dodge here by Hontrash player. FC's going to lead the charge. The lack of detection here on the LGD side perhaps going to actually make them pay. Silence on top. They're going to try to blow every nuke. Trying to TP out Vacuum backwards, but gets offensively disrupted. Miscommunication on Winter. They still need to get the kill on him right now. Big call down. G still surviving. Finally dies. Hontrash player got to wait for that Blink cooldown. He's going to get Surge as well. Misery's going to go down. TFG getting all these track kills. Wow, very, very impressive play for MUFC, but Brax just uninterrupted. TFG's going to blink back out. Wang Wang's also going to run, and he entangles. Oh, he's going to run out of that range. I'm impressed by MUFC's play. Just from how bad they started their laning, they're still kind of beyond parity.
Yeah, that was a well-coordinated team fight there. That was probably the first good team fight trade they've got. They go 2-for-1, both track kills. They only lose the Night Stalker there towards the end, and when you're up against a Lifestealer and Lone Druid with this much farm, that's sort of bound to happen sooner or later. And well, LG International get a tier 2 tower, so even though they trade 2 of their heroes just for 1 kill, they also get a tier 2 once again. That's really the issue here. Whenever there's a big fight like this, even if MUFC win it, they're forced to go back and heal, and if anyone on LG International side is left up, Leshrak or Lone Druid, they push down towers so fast, and now just 1 outer tower left standing.
TFG getting ready to go on the bot lane. They want Misery, but Misery, look at how tanky he's up to 12-13, 12-33 HP, but with all these nuker comes right into it. Uh-oh, Misery's gonna drop every one of his spells. They just blow him up so easily. The Bear's entangling an FSFZ, but he's gonna be fine as well. Here comes the rotation from 1437 with Invisrun. Are they still playing around Pycat? They gotta just back out, or else they're gonna be in big trouble. Uh-oh, any entangles? Nope.
No entangles, but this is gonna be that tier 2 tower push. It looks like they use the Sonic Wave up, and sure they get themselves an easy kill, 1-0 trade. But every time they're doing this, or they get a 2-1 trade, they're losing a tower, and it's gonna be the same case again. So they're trading kills for towers. It's kind of what happens when you have the bounty hunter. You want to be the ones getting the kills, but you have to also have heroes who can defend towers. And the MUFC lineup just isn't built for doing that. Night Stalker not great, Queen of Pain not great. Darkseer does okay, but not really right now when he's getting focused out mid lane, RP'd up and brought down on his own, and Winter as well. Wrong place at the wrong time. He's going to be brought down as a secondary kill to go the way of LG International. Meanwhile, it's actually Bounty does get blinded. Once again, it's 1437 on the Leshrac. Always getting caught. I say caught out. He's not really playing badly by any means. He's just sort of the food that LGD are offering up on a plate to trap the beast.
Yeah, I mean, LGD is getting all the advantage. You're going to seal the deal by going into the Roshan pit. There's nothing that Dire can do about it. With that said, though, Darkseer does have that max vacuum. I like the fact that he did not go back for the max Iron Shell, which completely is the standard build. He understands that vacuum is going to provide them a little bit of crowd control that they have to offer, but they just can't do this quickly enough. Also, Bounty Hunter was able to kill a courier, which is going to give them that extra goal. That's Zonky. Zonky the courier got owned pretty hard.
That's unfortunate. The Dire team X is a pretty cool courier with some unique special modifiers.
What's that?
I like the Dire courier. It's got like some glowing green going on.
Yeah. That guy's on some like next level protein drugs and some. He's working his butt off delivering no items because Dire is so poor.
Buckler, man. Buckler. Well, one step closer to the mech for Wang Wang, and it's really the big issue. Not a single hero on this Dire side has finished an item at this point. Or I guess Drum of Endurance on the Bounty Hunter, who is level 11 now. Night Stalker, he's got 1k gold. Probably, no, not going to look for a BKB. Straight to Vitality Booster. Queen of Pain is looking for a BKB. Still needs about 1600 more gold. Has enough for a recipe, but will need a Mithril Hammer as well. So a long time away from any sort of real items MUFC, and that's going to be a bit of an issue for them when they're now going to be facing probably another 5-man push coming out soon from LG International once they've sort of got, I guess, their next level of items up and they're ready to go with this Aegis. Yeah,
10,000 goal lead here for LG International. I don't think they'll let up the pressure. Sure, it's going to be difficult to push up on the high ground, but what teamfight capability does the Dire really have? A wall, maybe a Sonic Wave on top, but aside from that, it's, you know, the Dire team's looking for those solo kills, and if you kill one, the Radiant has a lot more after that. Misery starting to be an issue, Magnet Siphon already an issue, Brax doing the big right clicks as well as the Lone Druid. So I think LGD, if whenever they feel comfortable enough, they could just group up. Again, this Bounty Hunter, despite the fact that he started on the bot lane and losing that lane, he's actually playing rather well, but he's going to have to run for his life.
Yeah, he's going to have to run for his life for sure. It looks like he has managed to loot some of these heroes. Fake RPs coming out from G. I think just trying to scare off that Bounty Hunter maybe to revealing himself, but not going to be the case. And, well, here comes the choo-choo train down the mid lane. 4 heroes are there. Leshrac actually on the side on his own. He needs to be careful. He's going to run right into TFG. Looks like he spots TFG, and TFG on the low ground hasn't actually seen him. Oh, turn around TFG. That's a free kill maybe. That's
the bravest unicorn I've ever seen in my life, and that's why we don't see unicorn too much. Well, they're going to go extinct.
T3 tower's going down.
1437 laying the man up against TFG. The battle of two underfarm heroes. Bounty Hunter's on the run. I think he could have gone for the kill if he had popped his drums, but he has to worry about his base for now.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bounty Hunter, his base is under siege. Home is in trouble, and tier 3 tower going to go down. Now maybe the Rax as well. Entangle, first Entangle to FCFC. This could be the death of him. Does get defensively disrupted. Gyrocopter going to drop the cooldown, not going to land on too many. It looks like FC gets out of it in time. Queen of Pain on the side, trying to do some damage here. FC runs back in, trying to heal himself up as much as possible, and Gyrocopter, well, drops a rocket barrage. Flat cannon as well, flying everywhere. Neither team really overcommitting to this one, so they're both sitting back. Everyone pretty much full HP right now. No ultimates being used just yet. Open Wound goes out again, and FCFC needs to be careful. Hope he doesn't get entangled. One more entangle could spell his death. TFG, careful. He gets entangled up. He's going to get burst down. Queen of Pain now. Sonic Wave from behind. Is this going to be enough? 1437. He's going for that Malk Award. He's doing his best, but he just now get drops on the Gyrocopter. He's going to get brought down. Respawning in just a second. FC, can he make anything happen from here from the side? It doesn't look like it, as LG International still have their entire squad back up. Leshrac actually buys back for this push, and it looks like MUFC, they may be running out of steam here to defend with.
Oh, still very impressive defense so far from MUFC, just juking back and forth, using that mobility to their advantage. That track is helping out so much, and as big of a powerful ball that LG is representing, they're very, very immobile. They're like this big, fat, moving man. And these agile little beasts are just running circles around it. Wald's going to delay this push a couple more minutes. There's that mech being put up by Wang Wang, and that's going to be huge. I think they actually defend this. They got to kill that bear. The bear's up to 19 HP. It's going to get resummoned. Here comes FC again. Oh, big call down. Not going to hit anything. Somehow MUFC is still holding, but that Rax very low in terms of HP. Oh, DFG, he cannot die here a second time. He will get fall down by a shockwave. And looks like FC is going to...
now. And this is two gyrocopter cooldowns in one fight. This fight has been drawn out for such a long time now. And LGD finally find a way to break through and take down some Raxes here. Hon Trashpayer lurking on the sides again. He's done a great job kiting around defending because he's been blinking in, screaming. And even when he blinks in, he doesn't get caught out of position. It goes back to what you say. This LG International lineup isn't very mobile, doesn't really have the lockdown to deal with the Queen of Pain unless they're going to blow a solo RP on just Queen of Pain. And they're not really willing to do that because that'll lose them this fight if they do that. So they finally get Raxes, though, just by sheer force of will, and now maybe going to look to switch their attentions elsewhere, although they no longer have that Aegis of the Immortal.
Well, setting up a smart bait, trying to wait for somebody to push out and then punish him for it. Right now, LGD is just looking for a single pick. With that pick, they will be easily able to claim the bot lane. But if they just want to sit here for a couple of minutes and basically wait for mid to apply pressure, that should be enough for them to get the bot racks as well. You know, the world's the LGD's oyster at the moment. They could do whatever they want.
Yeah, it really feels that way. They don't have to actually look to get another axe just yet. As they go towards late game, they've got a Lifestealer carry, they've got the lone Druid. Mag ulti, he's going to have double ulti soon with a Refresher Orb. And, well, Gyrocopter looking for the Courier. He's scouting out the Courier, using that cooldown. They really want this Courier. It looks like it's going to avoid them. They dropped a cooldown to get some vision, and, like, they chopped down all these trees here.
By the way,
bottom lane.
That courier is actually going to deliver some big item. Whoever is going to be finishing is the Acceptor. I think that might be Queen of Pains.
But yeah, they can't actually get it there. Look at the route it's taking. Uh-oh. Will they scout it? Will they scout it out?
This courier is making the journey of his life right now. Magellan would be proud. Unfortunately, you know, this Acceptor actually is going to be pretty big, reducing the cooldown of the Queen of Pain. Uh-oh, they're paying that one out. Can it make it back home? Oh, Misery, it's gonna be close. Okay, they get the courier back. Hon Trash player with the level 2 upgraded ultimate. This is gonna be pretty good. Again, the big thing about it is that ultimate cooling down. We saw how long these team fights been drawing out, and here we go. We're gonna see that ultimate being dropped. No, they're working on the bear. Bear getting summoned down or brought down very, very quickly. I think MUFC might be able to hold this.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a position where they can take this fight, and Mag does have that Blink ultimate, but I don't think it's going to be easy to find anyone to pick off because MUFC, we mentioned already, they're just so mobile. This face rush line is just based about mobility. They're going to go in straight into FCFC, entangle right off the bat. He does get disrupted up, but he's already so low on HP. This looks like it will be the death of him. One more right click's going to be needed. Can Brax find it? Does do so. And with FC on the sidelines, it will be a lot easier to push. Darkseid drops the wall of Replica. Buyback come from Nightstalk. Queen of Pain blink in. This is the Axe ultimate doing more damage. They bring down Gyrocopter. And this is MUFC holding. They're defending just so well. FC's back and he's looking to try and force some heroes through this wall of Replica, but looks like LGD, they're not taking the bait just yet. Brax still just going man mode on the front lines. He's got himself a Yasha now as well for some extra mobility, extra attack speed. Try deal with all these heroes kiting him around. And MUFC, they're defending so valiantly, but it's just not enough. Oh, RP, skewer, 2-3 coordinate. Queen of Pain does have the blink, and it looks like Nightstalker may actually survive this once again. No, there's a Leshrac Split Earth, 1437 in the right place at the right time with that Split Earth, and MUFC now, this could be the end. They're going to lose another set of Raxes. Winter dies at his own fountain. Queen of Pain just healing on up, but this is looking to be too grave a scenario for this Dire team.
Again, just shout out to MUFC for playing this well, being so far behind. The gold chart was just absolutely ridiculous in terms of how you know, disadvantaged they are. But despite of that, the hero movement was good enough to delay. But LGD was just simply too strong, and they concentrated effort, and that's going to be the second lane of Rax, and we're going to see GG coming out very, very soon.
Yeah, unfortunately, maybe they can defend and have some more amazing plays defending, but this is an uphill battle that you're not going to be winning. Winter calls the GG. It was just a matter of time until LGD International either sealed the deal with the Tier 4 towers in the throne or went for another set of Raxes, and it looks like it took only 26 minutes in Game 1. MUFC, unfortunately, on a bit of a losing streak right now. They've lost the GMPGL Grand Finals yesterday to Orange. They lost to Orange 2-0 in the GST, and here they are, struggling to find a way to take down LG International. They had such a great day one when they 2-0'd Vici Gaming. They looked really impressive there, and unfortunately for them, they haven't managed to carry that momentum onwards. They're going to get defeated here in game number 1.
Yep, game 2 is going to be coming up very shortly of the GEST Challenge. winner or loser bracket finals between MGD International and MUFC. This is Luminous and God from Beyond the Summit. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back for game number 2.